So we got some updates today of the Transformers Missinglink line. We've been talking about it all this week, and now we got some better information, some slightly better photos, as well as the price, when it's going to ship out, everything like that. So let's jump into it here at the Transformer Slag podcast and make sense of everything. So these two images now that have popped up are much better quality and have a whole bunch of text on it that has been translated, so we know what's going on here. So it's going to officially be called the Transformers Missinglink line. It's going to have a Japanese coding system. So you're going to have C-01, which is going to be the traditional Convoy toy colored version. And then C-02 is going to be the anime edition Convoy, the colored version that matches the animation model without the trailer and everything. So with these images, we have a better idea of how everything's going to go down and what it comes with, and as well as prices and stuff, which we're going to get into. So let's start first with the Missinglink C-01 Convoy, the toy accurate version, the one that comes with the trailer. So through these images, now we're able to get a better idea of what this Missinglink line gives us in terms of articulation and everything. So let's start with like pretty much everything that's going on here. So the head turns left and right like the original toy. It doesn't look like it has any kind of extra articulation. But when we get to the shoulders clearly have a whole bunch of new joints and stuff that give it a lot of articulation. You can even see some of those new joints added to the shoulder area in one of the images there. His elbows are like the original Generation 1 toy. The original Generation 1 toy had really good elbows to begin with, mostly due to the transformation. So that's a really good one there. When it looks like when you look at his hands, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Number one, the hands are now articulated. They're very similar to what I imagine the hands of, let's say, Studio Series 86 Rodimus is, where they're articulated in the sense that they could open and close to hold weapons and stuff. So it's a nice little extra where you could have a closed fist or an open fist for dynamic posing. So it's articulated, but it's limited articulated, but it still is more than before. But the big part to take away from this is it looks like it flips in and out. The original G1 toy, the fists were a part former. It was something you plugged in, and then when you didn't have it, you stored it in the chest because that's just how it was. That was the old Diaclone Microman kind of style. A lot of part forming involved with a lot of the transformations. This one here, it looks like it actually flips out. It actually is something where you could tuck it in and flip it out. And as a result of that, it looks like due to the fact that it flips out and flips in for the transformation, it has extra articulation in the wrists and stuff. So you could do really good posing and everything with that. So that's a nice little extra cue there. No more fist storage for your Optimus Prime. The upper legs, the hips, the thighs, whatever you want to call it, looks like it has a left and right kind of side-to-side articulation. It used to be it just went up and down for the transformation, but now it looks like it also goes side-to-side now for more dynamic posing, a wide leg pose if you want to call it that. So that's pretty cool. His knees look like they have the same articulation of the original toy. That was one piece of articulation that even on the original 1984 toy was a bonus, because it was a piece of articulation that had nothing to do with the transformation. So that's a nice little touch too. They kept that there, and it was good then, and it's still good now. And the last one is the toes. The toes still do the traditional movement that the original toy did, but it also looks like it has almost like the side tilt too, probably because the upper thighs are able to do a wide stance. You could also tilt the toes to make those dynamic poses and angles with it. So that's really cool. So that gives us a good idea more or less of how much has changed in terms of articulation from the original 1984 toy. But we also have a list of everything that's going to come with it. And going through the list, it's not too surprising, everything. It's pretty much all the stuff that the original 84 toy had. The energy supply pump, the energy supply adapter, the roller that's gray in this one, the laser rifle and everything. It does mention that it is going to come also with a Energon axe, which isn't shown in the images here, but it will come with an Energon axe too. And the Matrix of Leadership, while it's not clear here, you could see it a little bit in his chest. So the toy version will come with the Energon axe and the Matrix of Leadership, and it'll be not just unique to the animation accurate one that we're going to talk about in a moment. So that's a nice touch too. Also comes with the trading card like the original toy did back in the day, instruction manual. So it really is a celebration of the original toy, but updated in the modern era of articulation and stuff. So really nice stuff going on here. So pre-order is going to be August 9th, 2023, and the planned release date is late February 2024 for obviously the 40th anniversary. The price that they have here is 17,380 yen, which with today's exchange comes to about $122 American. You know what? That one, it's hard to really measure if that's good or bad, because when you really compare to the last time we've had G1 reissues, they were so long ago that it's kind of hard to measure it. I mean, even like the last time we had a Western reissue of Optimus was 15 years ago. It was that 25th anniversary, 2008 G1 Optimus Prime. And that thing came with a talking stand, a comic book, a DVD, and that thing was $70 USD 15 years ago. Considering this has a whole bunch of new tooling, comes with a bunch of extra stuff, I almost feel that, just maybe this makes sense at let's say 120. And it might be even cheaper. A lot of times Japanese overpay for their products. Sometimes Hasbro Pulse gets a good premium and they could get it cheaper on their website and stuff. So I imagine that in that $120 price point, it probably makes sense. Again, when you have all of the bits and pieces, it'll be a lot more easy to quantify when we get into the other one because of a recent release. But let's get into that right now, shall we? And that's the Missinglink C-02 Convoy Anime Edition. So this one, all the same articulation I just listed above. What's different with this one is, of course, it has that brand new head sculpt that's more anime accurate of the G1 Optimus Prime with blue eyes as opposed to the yellow eyes that the toy version would have. Different shade of red and blue that matches more the animation model, again, compared to the original toy. The blue tinted window that matches, again, the animation model. The one Autobot logo tampo on his left shoulder, which, again, the original animation model only had one Autobot logo there. The yellow deco on the bumper of both his robot mode and his alt mode, again, matches the animation model that the original toy did not have. Even the white toe, the front of his toes, the white deco on it to match the original animation model that the old toy did not have, that is even applied. So that's really nice. It's a nice little extra touch there. And it's hard to tell due to the photos because of lighting and everything, but maybe the chrome that was used for his thighs are now probably a more solid white to also match the animation model. That's what it looks like here. I could be wrong, but it really does look like it because the chrome originally was shared with the same color of his smokestacks, and they do look distinctly different this time around with this one. So we will see with that, but it wouldn't surprise me because every other detail has been matched, and so I wouldn't be surprised if they went with the white legs with this one too. It says here that the accessories that are included are exactly the same as the C-01. So the Matrix of Leadership, the Energon Axe, and the Ion Blaster are the exact same ones that are included with the C-01, so there is no color differences with these ones. And that's just it. It only comes with those three. It comes the Energon Axe, the Ion Blaster, and the Matrix. Of course, the Ion Blaster that's included with this one is the bloated version that came with the first run of G1 Optimus Primes in 84. Of course, there's the later version, the thinner version that came out in like late 84, 85. So it goes with the bloated gun, which is slightly more screen accurate of the two, in my opinion. And same story. This thing pre-orders August 9th, 2023 Japan time, and it ships out late February 2024. The pre-order price on this one is 10,780 yen, which is about $75.50. So how does this one compare? Because we did have a recent reissue in January of 2019. We had that Walmart Optimus Prime that didn't have the trailer. And that one, it didn't have the trailer. It came with two rifles. It came with the bloated rifle and the thin rifle. It's like it gave you both versions, which was a nice touch. And then, of course, the two fists that plugged in with that. Those were pretty much all the accessories included. Didn't come with a Matrix, didn't come with an Energon Axe. And they were asking $49.97 Walmart back then. And we all know that thing went on crazy clearance. It went as low as $25 as of October 2019. So, 4 years ago, this product pretty much without the new tooling, without the Matrix, without the Energon Axe was a $40 item. Excuse me, a $50 item. Now it's pretty much going to be a $75 item. And again, it's probably due to the new tooling, the new paint scheme. Maybe you can make the argument the extra accessories to add that extra dare I say, $25 premium to it. And of course, it comes with the trading card and the instructions and stuff. So it's something where you're going to have to make that decision if you feel it is worth it for you. But that is the case here. It is a markup, but it could be cheaper. These is just Japan's prices. Sometimes we get stuff cheaper, again, through Hasbro Pulse, so we'll have to see with that. Let me know what you think. I mean, it is what it is. We already covered the Megatron and how that's probably not real. But it does show that because there's a numbering convention to this C-01, C-02, there's probably going to be a C-03, C-04, C-05. Who that'll be, we don't know. Let me know who you think should be the next Missinglink in the comments below, but we will see. The only other thing I just want to cover quickly, and I don't want to cover too much of it because it's still in development, this news, E1 Entertainment, which was a company that Hasbro acquired in 2019, has been sold by Hasbro. They bought it for about $4 billion, and while they did piece and part some of it throughout the years, they sold it for about, $1 billion. 1.8 billion actually is the exact number. Even then, that's dubious right now. Kind of losing a little bit on that. I think that was an example of the Brian Goldner era and his goals and dreams with Hasbro and him not being with us anymore, and now the new era with the new CEO and Chris Cox and reevaluating Hasbro as an entertainment company as opposed to a toy company. So we'll get more updates on this. We'll probably have more information on this when we get to the Transformers Slag podcast Saturday night live stream. We'll have all the updates on it. The only thing that I just want to mention here is E1 Entertainment was greatly invested with the Transformers 1 animated movie that we were going to get next year. What does that mean now for that? I do not know. So hopefully we'll get some updates tomorrow and then on Saturday, and we can know what really is going on with all of this, because this all broke late last night, early this morning. So we will see. Let me know what you think, guys. A lot of crazy stuff going on. Really exciting, this Missinglink line. Hopefully we'll get more information, better images and everything like that. The pre-order date is coming up hot and heavy, so we'll probably get some nice images then. Let me know what you think, and we'll talk again here on the Transformers Slag podcast in the near future.